Let me share with you a few tips and hacks that you need to apply right now if you're a Facebook Marketplace reseller. I mean, the goal is to make you make more money, to understand your customers more, to know what trends to actually hop on to really sell more. That's the bottom line here. We're not really trying to reinvent the wheel. We're just trying to let you know what really works today on Facebook Marketplace so you can increase your revenue consistently over time. So here's an overview. Let's first talk about what Facebook Marketplace is and is not. See, a lot of people they have it confused when we talk about Facebook Marketplace. They have no clear idea what we're talking about. So the marketplace was really introduced like 5 years ago, 7 years ago, 5 to 7 years ago, and quickly became a popular platform to sell items to local buyers. So it's all about like selling items to local buyers. Okay, so compared to Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace is a safer and more user-friendly platform to use when selling locally. So it's really important to think about it. I want you to really delineate the geography we're talking about here. You're not selling to someone in China. So if you're on Facebook Marketplace and you're based somewhere in New York, you're not selling to someone in China. Something you would be able to do if you were, let's say, on Amazon or Etsy or eBay or even Shopify if you had a Shopify store. But for a Facebook Marketplace, you're really selling. If you're in New York, you're selling to someone who is in New York or in the tri-state area, right? So it's really important. And so because of its origins as a local buy-sell platform, people tend to think of the marketplace as a clearinghouse for people's used or unwanted household items. But its shipping capabilities mean it's also great for retail arbitrage. In other words, you are actually buying in-demand products from a retail store and reselling them online at a higher price. So this is kind of cool. And so if you are not unfamiliar, if you're not familiar with the marketplace, just take some time to look around. You'll see what types of products are available. So here you have everything from video games to couches to furniture and more. Okay, so who should sell on Facebook Marketplace? Everybody. Everybody can sell on Facebook Marketplace, but just remember, you have to think about local. You're thinking about selling to people locally. Okay, you can be a woodworker, you can be a handmade artist, you can be a brick and mortar store, you can be an Amazon seller, you can be an entrepreneur. Think about local. Now, here are the steps I want you to follow right now if you're trying to sell on Facebook Marketplace real fast, real quick, and make a lot of money. Here are the steps I want you to think about. By the way, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here. We love having this kind of conversations. And so the thing is, first of all, do you have a Facebook account? If you have an active Facebook account, you can have access to the Facebook Marketplace real fast. So on the left-hand side of your Facebook homepage, you should see a Marketplace tab. If not, search for Marketplace in the search bar and it will come up. Okay, and if you don't have a Facebook account, it's very easy to set one up. You need to have one Facebook account. Okay, and so you got to go to facebook.com. You click on create new account. Very straightforward. You want to enter in your information and click on sign up. Okay, so after that your account will be set up and ready to go, and you'll need to fill in some information so you actually seem like a real person to Facebook, right? And so this is an important step that will make you more trustworthy on the marketplace. Because the bottom line here is what? People will not buy from you if you don't have at least a profile picture and some basic identifying information on your account. It's all about establishing trust from the get-go, okay? And so what should you really sell on Facebook? Well, again, similar to eBay and Craigslist, you can sell practically anything on Facebook Marketplace. Anything legal though, okay? So your first step to selling on Facebook is to look around your house, garage, or attic to see if you have some stuff cluttering up your home that's valuable enough to resell, okay? So this can include old furniture, old electronics, video games, kitchen appliances, books, anything. Take a look around the marketplace and see what others are selling in your area. So while you're at it, take note of other sellers' product descriptions and photos. And so you got to think about what you found useful, what you found helpful as a potential customer, and what areas would you want to improve things on, okay? And so here are the major categories on Facebook Marketplace. You have vehicles, you have property rentals, you have apparel, you have classifieds, electronics, entertainment, family, free stuff, garden and outdoor, hobbies, home goods, home improvement supplies, home sales, musical instruments, office supplies, pet supplies, sporting goods, toys and games, buy and sell groups. So as you can see, it doesn't really matter what you're selling. There is a category for you on Facebook, and there is a large category of that. So always pay attention to what really works for you and seize on the trend. I want to quickly talk about product research. By the way, I want to quickly just remind you of today's topic. We're having a quick convo about Facebook Marketplace reseller hacks for beginners, things that can make you money, like tons of money real fast. You can sell lots of things. You can actually boost the revenue very shortly, very quickly. So when we talk about product research is really important because when it comes to a Facebook Marketplace success, everything starts with the product you're selling, right? So you want to make sure your product is in sync with what the audience is looking for. I want to go back to what I said about the geo part of things. It's local. When you're selling when you're selling on Facebook Marketplace, you sell to folks locally. Okay, so effective product research depends on data. It considers how many units of a given product sell over time and at what price, as well as how many other sellers are competing for the same customers within a particular niche. So Facebook Marketplace mostly deal in local sales of one-off items. So it's very important to have a clear idea about what the trends are in your locality. Okay, I want you to think about profitability also. The thing is that, unlike eBay or Amazon, you don't have to factor in selling fees on Facebook if you're selling locally. No listing fees, no referral fees, nothing. So if you set up shipping on your listing, Facebook will only charge you a 5% selling fee. So this fee is there to cover the cost of the payment processing for using their checkout system. Okay, so this is important. Think about demand also. So how is the demand for your products on Facebook Marketplace? Again, we're going back to what I said. We have a local conversation here. So is this product very popular locally? So think about that. Okay, those are really important to have a clear idea about. So demand plays an important role, but now also think about the supply. In other words, the competition. So whether you are selling a used couch, a car, or a product on your own creation, you'll be competing with lots of other sellers on Facebook Marketplace. Okay, so again, it doesn't matter if you are selling locally. Chances are you're going to have other people who are selling who have the same idea in your area, unless you're somewhere in Alaska or whatever. Even in Alaska, based on our research, you will have a lot of competition based on your geography. So long story short, you got to think about product research, think about competition, think about the supply, the demand, all that kind of stuff. So now let's talk about how do you come up with product ideas. See, the whole thing is you're probably sitting there and thinking, I probably have a lot of things cluttering up in my house. How do I actually get rid of them? Now, we don't like the idea of getting rid of things. You're trying to sell. You're trying to add value, right? And it's really important to think, when we think about added value, you got to think about, hey, quality is number one. I mean, it doesn't have to be brand new, but still it has to be in decent shape. Because think about it. Would you want to buy something that is of poor quality from someone? Chances are you won't, right? So if you don't do unto others what you don't want people to do to you. That's just a basic moral ethics or basic moral ethos. So the same thing applies here. So when we talk about coming up with product ideas, if you're having trouble figuring out what to sell on Facebook, take a look at eBay's trending deals page for inspiration. There you will find popular in-demand products, and everything starts from there. So here are some strategies to keep in mind as you narrow your product search. So you want to keep an eye out for new releases of popular items. So take advantage of product releases that are in high demand. For example, resellers bought up inventory on the newly released Xbox and PS5 gaming systems, okay, to resell on marketplaces like eBay and Facebook. You want to stay on top of new trends, so you want to use the Pokemon Charizard card Pokemon trading card have really exploded in popularity again in recent months, and people are looking to buy them. Think about seasonal products. For example, think of different items you buy as the seasons change. The winter months are a great opportunity for jackets, coats, holiday decor. Likewise, inflatable pools and swim gear are popular during the summer months. Think about normal, everyday items. So it's a great to sell exciting, trendy stuff, but reliable e-commerce bestsellers tend to fly under the radar. So Facebook Marketplace is a great place to sell everyday household items like furniture, cleaning supplies, books, and glassware. So there will always be demand for these kinds of products no matter what. So these are really great to have. Now let's talk about where to source products to sell on Facebook. Because I mean, you thought about the demand. Now you got to think about the supply aspect of things. Okay, this is really important. So by the way, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We're having a conversation about Facebook Marketplace reseller hacks for beginners. How do you actually make money? Tons of money at that. Okay, so where do you actually source products? Where do you get your products from? Well, first of all, everything starts with your target audience. It depends on what kind of the seasonality of the products. Are you selling seasonal products? Are you selling things that people can use every day? Okay, once you have that, you can actually get you can get the products from your own house. But the question is, if you want to start making money, you want to scale your operation on Facebook Marketplace, you can't just sell your own stuff. At some point, you have to actually branch out into some kind of other sourcing methods, right? Because the supply when it comes to your own inventory is really limited by definition. By definition. So when we talk, there are a lot of things you can do. You can resell products from retail stores. You can sell your own private label products, for example. Let's really dig deeper here. So when you resell products from retail stores, this is actually called the retail arbitrage. So retail arbitrage is a business model that works well on Amazon. So you basically actually, so it works on Amazon. It works also well on eBay. So basically, you buy stuff from a retail store when they're on clearance, and you sell them online. Okay. Keep in mind that people notice drastically marked up products, and Facebook users are not shy about bashing sellers who try it. So it's best to price your arbitrage products reasonably and ignore baseless complaints. Okay. Eventually, you will receive message for people looking to buy. So search the clearance or sales sections of retail stores like Walmart, Target, and even grocery stores. More likely than not, you will find great deals to resell. And you can also sell your own private label products also. So chances are, if you have your own private label products, that is a product you sell under your unique brand, Facebook Marketplace is already on your radar. 10% of Amazon sellers, who mostly run private label businesses, currently sell on Facebook, and another 8% are looking to expand there in the next year. So you do have a lot of opportunity here, okay? And so there are a lot of advantages when it comes to the private label model because you create your own unique product and brand. You can sell something nobody else can, which can set you apart from other sellers. You can save money by sourcing your products from suppliers outside of the US. So you have opportunities to do a lot of things your way. In terms of sourcing, you can also go to your local thrift store to get products, right? Because it's all of it. See, the thing is, when we talk about sourcing products, the sky is the limit. You can always find some hidden gems at thrift stores. And the thing is, if you look hard enough and stay consistent, you will find some hidden treasures priced way below market value. So you want to look out for vintage or designer clothing used by functional video games and toys, furniture, glassware, and other items that hold their value. The whole thing here is that when we talk about sourcing products, it's all about method. It's about being methodical. It's about being consistent. It's about actually cultivating relationships with local thrift stores. And this is something that can really help you. So if you want to make money as a Facebook Marketplace reseller and you want to make a lot of money real fast, you have to dedicate yourself in that aspect of things. Okay, it's all about dedication. It's all about commitment. It's all about having a plan. It's not just doing things randomly. No, you do have a plan and you just execute. It's all about execution. So this is really important. So you can go to your local thrift store to see if there are items that are interesting there. You can also source from garage sales and estate sales. So garage sales and estate sales are places where you can find great items at an even better price. Typically, when a homeowner has one of these sales, he or she is trying to declutter his or her home, or maybe they're just moving out. Okay, which means what? They will let stuff go for cheap. They have to. Okay, so this can be hit or miss, but if you keep at it, if you have a strategy, you can dig up gold. Okay, so there are a lot of websites actually that can help you out. Actually, there are two that we have found. They're really great when it comes to finding garage sales and estate sales in your local area. So you have estatesales.net, and then you have garagesalefinder.com, garagesalefinder.com, and estatesales.net. So those are two great resources that will help you actually get a lot of information. So just kind of recap quickly here. So where do you source products to sell on Facebook? You can resell products from retail stores. You can sell your own private label products. You can go to your local thrift store. You can source from garage sales and estate sales. Now let's quickly talk about how to list your items. So basically, you've done a lot of work. You have actually done the research. You have great products. You're just trying to sell your products. But the thing is, you have to have a way to list your items, right? Because the whole thing is you want to differentiate yourself. So Facebook makes it a lot easier to list products for sale. So you can actually just go to your Facebook, you'll see the marketplace icon, then create new listing. It's pretty straightforward. So you just click new listing, you click choose your listing tab. You can choose from item for sale, vehicle for sale, home for sale or rent, or create multiple listings. And so you can choose whatever applies to you. But once you do that, it's pretty straightforward. Okay, so you're gonna have to add your pictures. You're gonna have to add product tags. Don't forget the product tags, because product tags will be very helpful. In terms of talking to the Facebook algorithm, because that's how they're going to refer potential buyers to you. Okay, so you want to add the pictures. You want to add a nice product description. You want to have the product tags, and very important, make sure that whatever you put there, whatever you actually put on the description is actually true. Don't lie. Okay, and so once you do that, that's fine. And so once you put everything, make sure that you actually choose where to list the product. You can just list it in the marketplace, or you can just list it in the marketplace plus local selling groups. You want to search for buying selling groups in your local area and join them. So this is a great way to get your products in front of even more people. So after you choose where to list your products, just hit publish. So your product is now up for sale on Facebook. Okay, now that your listing is public, expect to start getting some messages from interested buyers. Okay, and so the first thing to do, that now that your listing is live, is to download the Facebook Messenger app on your phone. That way you will not miss any messages. Okay, so you're able to communicate with buyers. Okay, try to answer messages as soon as possible to increase your chances of making a sale. If somebody is rude, or let's say angry, simply ignore the messages or block them. Use the Messenger app to answer questions when not at all at your computer. Expect to negotiate. Customers will always lowball you. And if asked, respectfully communicate your lowest price and stay firm. Okay. And the thing is that when it comes to handling a local sale, there are a lot of ways you can do things. You try to always meet in a shopping center parking lot, or a similarly crowded place where you know there will be lots of other people around. Okay, if you're meeting at night, park near the front entrance of a store that's still open, or under a light post. Very important. And most police stations have designated areas where you can meet up people, okay, with people to buy and sell goods. This is really important. And you also, if you're comfortable with it, give the person your home address so they can come and pick up the products at your convenience. So those are really things you need to think about. If you're selling, let's say, if you're selling high value items to cash buyers, you want to keep a counterfeit money pen on hand. You never know. You never know. To close today's conversation, I want to give you a few advanced selling tips for Facebook Marketplace. How do you actually make more money? See, the whole thing is now you have the basics, right? You understand how to make money from the get-go. Now we're going to take it one notch up, one notch, two or three notches up, right? How do you actually make more money? Well, think about boosting your listings. The thing is, you can advertise your Facebook listings by boosting them or moving them back to the top of marketplace search results. So boosting your listing essentially turns it into an ad, which comes with a few benefits. So your listing will also appear in people's news feeds. You can customize your audience to target likely customers. You can set your own daily budget and campaign date range. You can see insights from Facebook about your listing's performance. Okay, and so there, and Facebook makes it a lot easier for you to boost your listings. Not a problem there. It's just really important to have a strategy. Like it's not just about paying money to boost your listings. It's about like the profit margin that you are thinking about making, like the profit margin on the product. Does it justify the ad, the CPC, the click per cost, or whatever you're paying for? You're paying to Facebook to boost your listings. Those are really important. Don't really take it lightly, okay? And you can also, if you want to make more money, you can also offer free local delivery. Many customers don't want to leave their house to go pick up items, especially for things like heavy furniture. So if you offer free local delivery within the range that's convenient to you, you will boost your conversions like crazy, crazy. Okay. Also, think about taking great photos, high resolution photos, right? It's all about making sure that you're trying to stay away from dull, poorly lit or blurry photos. Have high resolution photos, and you want to post your listing in local selling groups. You want to renew your posts every now and then, and you want to expand to other marketplaces. Remember, if Facebook Marketplace is your first taste of e-commerce, you can eventually move on to more advanced selling marketplaces like Amazon and eBay. Okay, eBay is still alive and well with the 147 to 150 million active buyers worldwide. Think about it. Over 70% of whom are coming from the US. So eBay is probably the next step up from Facebook Marketplace, as you can easily set up an account and sell similar products. And Amazon has an audience of millions and will account for almost 40% of all US retail e-commerce sales this year. So again, it's a great place to be. So the bottom line is you want to diversify your sources. Don't put all your eggs in the same basket. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. In today's conversation, I just gave you a few important proven hacks if you want to make more money as a Facebook marketplace reseller. Thank you. I'll see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.